Amin Sykes, welcome to the first episode of Struggle City, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Be here, man.
Awesome. How long have we known each other?
Do we have to count right now? Hi.
I think we might have met in maybe the 6th grade. You probably dunked on me a few times in gym, I'm sure.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Pretty sure.
A lot of people getting dunked on back then.
Yeah. So, the reason why, I want to elaborate a little bit. The reason why I'm even doing this podcast is because of you. So, it was only appropriate for you to be my first guest, and I appreciate you being here.
Hey, man, that's what's up, man. I'm glad I've done enough to inspire you, man, to do this. It's cool ass setup, man. I like this shit.
Well, if you remember, you're kind of always this guy that I run into, and we start talking about just whatever, roll a blunt or something, and before I know it, it's like, shit, it's been 4 hours.
Right.
So that's where the idea for this podcast actually came from. Because I was like, damn, I wish we recorded. And I think that happened 3 separate times. I came over to your shed. And at the end, I was like, damn, we should have recorded that conversation. Because it was just, it was really meaningful. And, we come from completely different backgrounds.
Right.
And we're able to relate in a way that I think is really, really neat. Really important for these days,
Right. Music.
Yeah, music. Yeah. So who you listening to nowadays?
Well, basically the music selection is forced. You know what I'm saying? The music I listen to is forced because it's not like a wide selection of music. Like everything is trap. And I don't have nothing against trap music because I have a little trap in my rotation, like the Baby and stuff like that, There's a few little underground cats, but I listen to Griselda, like Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and all them guys that's like rappers.
Yeah. So you sometimes go by Artifacts?
Train of Thought.
Train of Thought. I'm so sorry.
Artifacts, that's my homeboy. That was my artist once upon a time.
Yeah. That's right. So Train of Thought. I misspoke. Now, why that name? What's that mean? Is it like a philosophy kind of?
The name progressed. It didn't mean nothing. It was just cool. It sounded cool. My brother had given it to me, and it sounded cool. And then it just carried on with me through high school. And when I started to get on my music and my poetry thing, one of my homeboys said he won. He just started calling me Train of Thought just out of nowhere, like Train of Thought. It just had a nice ring to it to me, especially after being called Train for so long, you know what I'm saying? And then progressing from Train into being Train of Thought, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember them calling you Train way back in high school.
Yeah.
Like in track.
Football, the track and all that.
Yeah.
Associating with that.
So that it just kind of stuck over the years. That's cool. So Freudian slip, that was actually one of my next questions about Artifacts. That's an artist that you listen to that Yeah, I think you introduced me to that music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's more along the trap lines.
Yeah, he a mixture.
Kind of a mixture.
He comes from a rapper background. But, he tried. I ain't gonna say try, he does what's going on right now.
Yeah. So it's more like he's tuned into like the current events.
Yeah, but artistically, he's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if he's ever allowed to just really be able to express himself, you know what I mean? Like, and have the resources available to him, it'd be something nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So, and I always like talking about rap music with you because I'm kind of coming at it from, I'm a musician, of course. We've known each other, this is no surprise to you, of course. But I'm kind of coming at rap from a non-listener point of view. I hear it in a different way. I don't know a lot about rap music, but I can tell when it's good.
But shit, I mean,
I can tell when shit's good.
On some rap. You put me up on what group is Killer Mike and them?
Oh, Run the Jewels.
Yes, you put me up on Run the Jewels.
That's good shit, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
I know nothing about it. And I'm like, what is this?
I know. And you just can't sit still when you put that on. Killer Mike is a shit. Socially conscious and just
it's extremely insightful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So now, like I said earlier, we know each other, obviously. And this podcast, most of the time, is going to be centered around the theme is kind of the struggle. It's called Struggle City, and it's just people that are out there succeeding in life that have maybe not had it as easy, had to push harder than others, but forged ahead and are making it.
Right.
And another reason why you're the perfect first guest, because you and I have talked about some of your struggles, growing up and, your sort of childhood. It's really fascinating. Can you tell me, a little bit about your life as a kid?
Let's see, man. This is a long story to me. Try to make it into a short synopsis.
Well, to narrow it down a little bit, I think when I met you, you were in.
Yeah, I got sent
to New Hope.
Yes, right. Okay, so everything was fine and dandy with the family. Then things happened to where it landed us, me and one of my younger siblings, in DFS. Nothing that we did. It was just a family situation.
Yeah.
So it landed us there. A series of events landed me in Farmington. Well, in Park Hills. I'm sorry, in Park Hills. That's where I met y'all. That's when I came down here, like the only black kid in the school and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I just remember you being in the 6th grade and being like, he looks full grown. Like you were, I guess you just like.
I came from the city. I mean, you got to understand, like, the upbringing. Like, you got to
fight.
Yeah, you have to be strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to just always have your head on a swivel, and you taking care of yourself mainly. You know what I'm saying? Even though some people may have some parents and shit, but when you in the city, man, you got to take care of yourself. So that's why when I got down here, it was easy for me to maneuver around because I was so used to doing it I was by myself already before I came here. You know what I'm saying? I had been equipped with the tools rather to be able to maneuver and survive out here by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what led me, just the family situation was just unstable, and it led me and him in DFS. Yeah.
Yeah. So you end up here in the country, and it's got to be like Mars. I mean, different from What is it? North St. Louis?
Yes. Yeah. From the north side. Yeah. Yeah. It was completely different. Cause I had never been around that many white people for one.
Uh-huh.
That was a huge, trying to adjust to that shit.
I've seen that movie. I really like that movie. What's it called? Get Out.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about it is because as a white person, I really understand the perspective of being kind of, I don't know how to put it, but maybe looked at like an exhibit. You're thrown down here in Flat River, Missouri.
Right.
Out here in the country, you're the only black guy. Everyone's like, be on my team, be on my team. Everybody's like, wants to be your best friend. And it's got to be so disorienting to just be thrown into that. And
it wasn't.
You don't know who,
It wasn't, man. It wasn't. It was easy.
It was easy.
It was easy, man. It was easy. And thank goodness I was an athlete.
Yeah.
Because I could imagine, had I not been an athlete, it wouldn't have been such an easy adjustment. But like you said, everybody pick me, put me
on my team.
Yeah, put them over here on my team.
I've seen you run the 100-yard dash. I mean,
and then that was coupled with, I will fight you quick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it would I was the bully killer. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, I was the one that would smack the bully. You know what I mean? So that made it easy.
Yeah,
that made it extremely easy.
Do have you always been the type of person that likes to stick up for the little guy?
No. I can't say I have, no.
No, that was kind of
what I started getting in my teens.
When you got into your teens, you started.
Yeah. when I start being self-conscious about being like the odd man out, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So, cause everybody's like got their mama and daddy, you know what I'm saying? They doing shit on the weekends and stuff, and you know, we sitting in there, and yeah, so I go out on the weekend sometime, but it's like you just like still the odd man out. It's not your people and shit.
Yeah. And I remember you found a few families that kind of like you just blended right in with them. Heath Jones and
the Rainers and the Jones.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, they're my peoples, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? What, like, you know, me and Ricky Rayner, that's how I got cool with the whole family. Cause me and Ricky, you know, it was a situation where I stood up for Ricky, and I didn't know him at that time. No, just one of those situations where I like get the hell off. You know what I mean? And so we ended up getting chased. You know, but it was a group of guys and they chased us. So we get out of there, we run to his house, and ever since that day, they was like, "You with us?"
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. That family's like that too, where you know, once you're in, you're in. Once you're out, you're out. You know, but yeah, they're good people.
I still mess with them.
Yeah, I run into Heath.
Yeah, that's my
pretty often.
That's my comrade.
Yeah. So what else you up to? You doing some anything else on the side? Are you still writing music at all?
I don't. Man, I haven't written music, and I don't know how long.
I feel like it's been 5 years, 4 years, maybe. Does that sound like longer than?
Man, honestly, I've probably written one song in since I've been home.
This is a weird time since you don't do it much, but when you do, how do you come up with the songs? Do you like free write and then you make it fit a rhythm? Like, how do you do it?
Yeah. See, when I was writing, I was in a situation where it was silence, right? And when I mean by silent, it wasn't like there was no noise, but there was noise right there, but there was no outside noise. Like I wasn't getting hired damn hour on an hour. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have people calling you, texting you on the internet all day. All of this shit wasn't going on. It was just you and your thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with no beat. So like you said, it was no beat. So it was like it was a free write. I just write the shit out. And when I got in a situation where we had instrumentals, I just rap what I had and see what fit over what instrumental.
Yeah, I've tried to write a few of those instrumentals, and every one of them was a fail. You were like, I just get this text back that's like, yeah, I can't use that.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to identify with your brand of music, like the music you were sending me, and that's the music on SoundCloud and stuff. I could never place it in a genre.
That's my thing. That's like my thing. I don't know.
Like, what the fuck it's not bad. It's just like, what is it? Like, exactly. Where can you put it?
Yeah. And you know, I think I do that a lot of times to a fault, because I think it's the endless pursuit of trying to be original. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to be as original as possible. And it actually, after a while, it handcuffs you creatively. You're just done, you know? So you don't write anymore. That's a shame, because I really like those rhymes. I saw you have one video on YouTube in particular that you know, every once in a while I'll run across, you know, come back up in my suggest, because I'm subscribed to you, you know. Man, when
we did that, I had a whole EP, right? But it was a few songs on the EP that I was unsatisfied with how it was mixed down, right? And the dude who mixed it down, we was just not on the same.
Yeah.
Our communication was just off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he was just unwilling to do what I needed to do with that. So I wasn't about to put it out.
Right.
I still have it to this day. Shit nobody ever heard. But because of the mix, I never put it out. And that's what really started me out, right? When I didn't move forward on that, it was the next man up mentality.
Yeah.
because I had more to offer than just being a rapper. So it didn't really bother me to have, oh, you the next man up. Okay, let's do him. You know what I'm saying? Let's get him out here and see what we can do with that.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's what it really turned into. I think Dave, Mr. Hay now, he was probably up next after that.
I like him. Yeah. So as I try and light, hey man, you got a lighter? Mm-hmm.
I don't. One of them got
someone got a lighter.
There it is, right there.
Yeah. As I light this joint, it's gonna bring it's gonna bring us to our next story, which is, and we'll get to that later. But there was a gap after school, and then I didn't see you again for a long time. And this was when you lived in Farmington. Do you remember when you decided to, oh, it makes me laugh. No, you said, come on over and work on some music if you want. I'm like, okay, cool, And you remember what happened. You tell the story because it's funnier when you say.
Yeah. So, we was having a struggle, man, with just finding people to work with us musically because we was just so fresh doing it. We had no context. You know what I'm saying? So we were just reaching out to everybody that was close to. So you landed on the radar. So we invite him over. You know what I mean? Regular thing. He had his computer with him, his laptop with him, his stuff ready to work. We ready to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we ready. So we start smoking. We rolled up and start smoking. The blunt start going around. Like normal, you know what I mean? Heavy rotation. And the blunts are going around heavily, you know what I mean? So by the time we got to, all right, let's get on. Big Mike don't have a clue what's going on. He like, all right. He fumbling through the computer. We looking at him. We clearly see he's fumbling. Like, we know what a fumble look like, you know what I mean? Like, this nigga's fumbling. Like, what are you doing? Like, is he messing up? Like,
all I remember is I was in a time warp, bro. Raymond, I had never met Raymond before. This is my first time meeting him, and all I know is he's behind me, and he's going, make him sound like an orator.
Right.
Make him sound like an orator, and I'm just frozen in time.
Lit.
And then after a while, he just starts going, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then finally, I'm like, well, man, just close that thing up. You know what I'm saying? We can just finish the session and we'll try it again tomorrow or something.
I was like, yeah, I don't know Mac. I don't know how to.
It was hella funny, bro.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I've heard that story from other people that you've told.
Yeah, I'm known for that.
So, like, other people have come to me and said, there was this time I heard about. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, it's true.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was funny.
Hey, that's my drug of choice. I stick it to that. I sip a little bit here and there because everybody around me drink. So I sip a little bit, but in the midst of all that, I'm smoking.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Most of the time, if you smoking with me, you're going to be smoked out before we leave,
Well, I expected it, but not to that level. Not to that level. I was like, that blunt had to have been the size of my child's arm. And he's big.
Have some more? Is there some more blunts? Yeah, for
sure. Do it up. All right. So backing up a little bit, I mentioned there was a gap there where that was like, I was kind of re-meeting you from school. What happened in between then?
I got transferred to Lesterville. Then I got transferred from Lesterville to Farmington. And then, long story short, I went to prison.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I went to prison. I did 13 on a 14-year prison sentence. So, that's where the gap was at. I went to prison 2000. I came home in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I got home, dude, It was trippy, you feel me?
That's what I was going to ask you, is how different was shit when you got home? I mean, as far as like when you went in, there would have been phone booths and shit. And now people walking around with cell phones. I mean, like, how crazy was that?
Nuts, bro. The cell phone was probably the craziest thing. Listen, the most basic thing was difficult for me, like the debit card.
Debit card? Oh, yeah.
I swear. Just that simple. You like just simply going to get a debit card. But yes, the phone, man, I could not believe it because like when I went in, like the big boy pagers was the thing. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean, if you was one of the dudes that was getting a lot of money, you had a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we had pager. And we went and hit the payphone, you know what I mean? Call whoever hit you on the pager, you know? And yeah, like when I came home, we got these.
Yeah.
These, you know? I didn't go through the whole era of the flip phone, the Blueberries and all that. I came directly to these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what are they? Blackberries?
Blueberries.
Blackberries. Yeah, blueberry and a blackberry.
Yeah.
I came directly to this thing. You hear me? So I'm like, wow, man, like what is going on here? Because it made it easier. It made it easier, like for the things that we was trying to do. Like we didn't have access to, or we couldn't pay for videographers to do our videos and stuff. So we used the phone. I had a free program on my Mac, iMovie. Mm-hmm. That's how we did it. We shot videos with the phone. And it was amazing to me. Like, we just shot a video with our phone, bro.
Yeah. I mean, think of how, it's just crazy how fast technology, takes off. I mean, just the quality of the cameras on those phones in a short period of time. It's insane.
Then the browser.
Yeah.
Listen. The computer browser and the search bar.
Oh, yeah, they're wordy to Google search.
I was so confused, like, what? So if I put it up here, what's the difference? If I put it in here or up here, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? And the people I was asking these questions, they were so impatient. Like, you ask stupid questions like, bro, these are not stupid questions.
You know, something I've always admired about you and Raymond specifically, Ro, is that anytime you guys do something, you become a student of it.
Definitely.
You're experts in record time. And, I just admire that. That's not something that I've ever been able to do personally. It's hard for me to find motivation.
Right.
But you guys just, you decide you're going to do videos. Well, you become an expert.
Yeah.
You decide you're going to do music. You're an expert, and that's, where do you find that kind of motivation?
Just me personally. I just love quality, man. I'm a quality person.
If you're going to do it, it's got to be done right.
Yeah,
got to be the best.
That's why I don't you got when you come to me with your music or any, it got to be right.
Yeah. That's actually, I appreciated that you were just like, I can't use this.
Right.
Because most people are going to try and soften it up,
do something.
It's almost insulting when people do that.
Right.
But you were just like, yeah, this ain't going to work.
Yeah, man, because listen, I was a rapper. I was not no songwriter. I wasn't about to write the hit of the decade.
Yeah.
Unless people just loved that I was a rapper.
Yeah.
Because that's really the song, the shit that I was putting out there. It was just rapper shit. Like just really showing, it was telling you who I was, but it was showing you my lyrical abilities more than anything.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that's how I am, like, musically. And then, so when me and Raymond collaborated, because prior to that, Raymond had Fair Swag ENT. And so he already had he had his foot in a little bit as far as merchandise and stuff, right? So when I came home, I got to come home direct. Even though I ain't have shit, I got to come home directly to that.
Yeah.
You know, he had this toe right in there, and that's what I had to work with. And it was like, that's all I needed. Like, okay, that's where you at. Let me get my toe in too.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, while I was I'm thinking I'm slipping my toe in, I'd have slid my whole leg in there. Like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For real.
Was there ever a period of time when you first got out where you were kind of lost? Really?
Probably the first 3 years.
Like, what the fuck am I going to do, man?
Yeah, because interviews were ugly.
Really?
Yeah. They was like, do you think, that was the main question. Do you think you're done getting in trouble? And I'm sitting over there, dude, like.
No, I have a little bit more to do.
You know what I'm saying? You were talking to me about something that happened 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Let's let it go. You hear me? I did what I'm supposed to do. I did my time and shit. I paid my debt.
Did you read? Didn't you say you read a lot?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff did you read when you were in?
I read academic material, or studied rather. I read revolutionary material. So a lot of my studies, a lot of my focus was on the Black plight, Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? I read a lot of bullshit.
What do you mean?
Romance novels and shit.
That's the last thing I would have guessed.
I read some bullshit. I read a lot of James Dean, all type of shit, man. Kuntz, just all shit, man. Whatever. Listen, for one, you can't be choosy. Whatever's available, that's what you're going to use, because you're in a situation where you got to keep your mind active. Because if you rest, man, that's how they break your ass. Mm-hmm. You start resting and being comfortable and shit, and not staying mentally sharp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, even in the midst of while I was reading those romance novels, dude, I was learning a lot of shit. Don't get me wrong.
Well, you know, as someone that's never been near a jail, you know, it's just I can't wrap my head around having to be on my toes, you know, all the time. Having to be on my toes and be on my guard. You know, that heightened sort of awareness that you have to have in order to make it.
Dude, I came home.
I can't wrap my head around it.
I just really got over the anxiety, you know what I mean? Just being in crowded rooms and shit.
Really? Well, so I saw you've been pretty industrious lately. I saw you were doing some kind of printing. What were you doing? Like screen
embroidery?
You're doing embroidery now.
Yeah,
wow. Because you were printing T-shirts.
Yeah. We doing vinyl. See, that's Amara's apparel. That's our baby too. It's
that's something you and Tara are doing together.
Yeah. It's an apparel company. We do vinyl, we do print, and we do embroidery.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about earlier, because it's like, one day I was over at your house and, you know, we were talking about music or whatever. The next, I think I was over there a few weeks later, you got a printing press in your shed, and you're like printing, you have racks of T-shirts. I'm just like, holy shit.
Hustling, man.
I mean, you know, like, it's just
because like I say, man, those interviews were ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I wasn't the type of person to be like, I was in a situation at 12 West, right? Where I'm working my ass off. I'm in her washing the shit out of these dishes.
Yeah.
Right? Because, let me tell you, right? I just left prison. So I'm in prison washing fucking dishes for like 10 cents an hour, right? Already. Big dishes. Like, you washing dishes for 4 or 5 motherfucking thousand motherfuckers 2-3 times a day.
Holy shit.
Right? So we were already washing big fucking dishes. Right? So I know how to wash these motherfuckers and keep this shit organized going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in their kitchen. Man, they
Killing
dishes
it.
in her. I come in this kitchen, it's crazy. So I get it together. Yeah, I'm killing it. I'm keeping it clean. You know what I'm saying? So one of the dudes take notice to me doing this, so he comes to me like, man, I'm gonna make sure I tell the boss to give you a raise, right? So I like, oh yeah, so I'm making, he got to stand on that. You should have never said that shit. So I need that raise for at least 50 cents, right? So, man, so when the raise is supposed to be on my shit, before the check came in, I had talked to the dude, the big guy,
yeah,
who's going to put it on there. So he was already stunned by this information. Like, damn, he never said this to me, right? So when it come time to get paid and shit, right? I'm talking about they had catering and everything, all the dishes from catering coming in and shit. And he passing the checks around and shit. So when he come and give me my check, you know what I'm saying? And the raise wasn't on my check, right? And I'm swear the dishes was so high. He gave me my check and I looked at that shit and I took that apron off and carried my ass home. Because I was like, this her, dude, I bet on myself, bro.
Yeah.
I'd rather go torture myself than settle for this shit right here. Even at the status I was just fresh coming home, bro. Like, I'm not, bro, y'all crazy. I'm home now.
Yeah.
I'm not in the prison where y'all just everybody telling you what to do, dictating how you move around and shit. Like, dude, this is crazy.
I think one of the most horrible things that we do as a country is rig things to where when people pay their debt to society and they come out, they have very little options.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the most unfortunate thing. Well, I mean, one of many, but
that's why the recidivism rate is 85%.
Because what do you do?
What do you do? It's a revolving door because it's corporate now. You know what I mean? It's privately owned and shit. So they got contracts and shit.
Yeah.
You got people getting locked up for the most minute thing ever because of these contracts. You know what I'm saying? That they trying to uphold so they won't get sued. Yeah. You know, it's fucked up, man. And you got and the majority of the people approve of this shit. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Well, I'd agree, but I don't think a lot of people realize it. You know, I didn't realize that these giant corporations get these contracts and use basically, I mean, it's slavery. I mean,
yeah, because
I don't know how else to put it.
You got dudes in the shop, you got dudes in the industry, in the prison industries. They making
telemarketers.
They making like wooden tape, like something like this bench right here. They make, this stool right here, the wooden stool right there. Make that motherfucker for like $5,
right? And
then sell it to the public.
Right.
For $50, $60, $100 or something.
And how are you going to pay your child support with 50 cents an hour or whatever, you know?
No, 10 cents.
Oh, 10 cents?
10 cents.
Shit. It's worse than I thought. Look at you, though.
Hold on, let me get this shit right. My math ain't right.
Your math?
My math ain't mathing.
We've been smoking.
It's $7.50. I'm tripping. Wait a minute. No, it's not. It's 10 cents. We standing by it. Fuck it.
But, you know, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's slavery.
You're your own boss now.
Yeah, man. I own Team Vision Media Group, and I'm a co-owner of Amara's Apparel. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, both of them in their own little right got some little movement. Mm-hmm. and we about to have some more because, you know, I got my nephew with me and shit. You know what I'm saying? He and her, you know what I mean? CJ, you know, I'm grooming him. It ain't, I don't really know about. Yeah, I guess I could say grooming because I'm teaching them the shit that I'm into. Like getting them the shit, video editors and shit, like that stuff he need to be able to, cause he want a podcast and he want to do his music and stuff like that. So he, you know, he living with me now, so I can impart these things that I know on him, cause I know a lot of shit that can really give him an advantage. You know, so yeah, it's a lot of things going on right now. And like you said, the embroidery shit, we just included that. But I learned it fast.
I have so much to cover. So much that I wanted to touch on, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I mean, I remember. Okay, so you have your go mode, go fit.
That too. How I forget that?
Yeah. Now, I hope I'm not giving up too much personal information.
Nah,
you had some health problems.
Yeah.
And to look at you, no one would ever guess. I know what happened to you, but for any listeners, you know.
Yeah, I had a heart attack. It was a pre-existing condition. So, you know, my daddy, I guess he had some problems with his heart. So it was bound to happen. I mean, since it had to happen, thankfully it happened when it did because I was healthy when it happened. Like, I was like, they couldn't believe it. They didn't understand it at all. You know what I mean? Like, how the hell
you look healthy.
I didn't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. Oh, and then the other thing that I wanted to make sure and touch on is, you know, you'd invited me a couple times to your house. You'd had these get-togethers. I think they were on Sunday mornings, like once a month.
Breakfast.
Yeah, the breakfast. And I came to a couple of them, and they were a blast, man.
Yeah.
And I noticed you surround yourself with just really good people and a diverse group of people.
Yeah.
And it was just, everyone was so friendly and nice. And of course, the food was kick ass.
Yeah, it's like everybody's.
But you like to get people together.
Everybody's pretty much. Like I say, Lost Boys. Shit, we all just was like outcasts of the family and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we just all found each other somehow.
Yeah.
It was cool. The breakfasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was doing them damn breakfasts. We was doing the breakfasts at the end of every month. You wasn't around then, you know what I'm saying?
Do you still do them?
No, we stopped doing them. Like when I had that heart attack and shit, that slowed a lot of that down.
So you guys just bought a big house.
Yeah.
And you got a truck and a Camaro?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. Look how far. I mean, like, would you have thought 5 years ago?
No, I can't say I would have thought it, man. It was rough 5 years ago.
Where do you think you'll be in 5 years?
Hopefully triple where I'm at right now.
It's a good life. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's cool.
Quadruple it, goddamn it.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm putting the vibes out, so we just gonna stick to the ways we got right now. No bad vibes, all positive vibes, all love. And that's the frequency we moving on.
That's cool.
Love, you know, positivity, progression.
Yeah.
You know, whatever walk of life you came from, we ain't judging nobody. We all living the same life as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you see so much bad in the news, but this is America. You know, people get along just fine.
Yeah.
You know,
fuck,
for the most part.
Hey, I just seen so much in real life. Hey, the news is cool and all that, but I didn't seen real life. You know what I'm saying? I done seen real life.
Yeah.
And real life, you know what I'm saying, showed me, you know, everybody ain't a bad guy. No matter what walk of life you came from, you know what I'm saying? You just can't lump everybody in.
We all want the same thing.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so, yeah. And for the most part, the people that gravitate towards me they're kind of similar to me.
Yeah.
So.
Creative people.
Yeah. So that's how we try to keep it going.
Well, on that note, I have really appreciated your time. And, gosh, I could do like 4 hours with you, man. But you have anything you want to plug?
Shit, man, just Team Vision Media Group, Amara's Apparel, man. Make sure y'all go follow that on Facebook. Team Vision Media Group on Facebook. Team Vision Media Group on Instagram, and Go Mode Fit 4 on Instagram.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
always moving.
y'all
right?
get to see these guns on Go Mode. So don't get mad if y'all woman get to going over there sliding on my page, man. Just let her get my algorithms up. Don't hate. Listen, I got a woman, you hear me? She be good. So, and she ain't tripping. So, yeah, man, don't get mad at her, because I know, listen, I heard it. I heard some stuff already, so I already heard some stuff.
My wife's always like, have you seen Amin's post today? And I'm always like, shut up. I'm like, I can't fucking do pull-ups. Get out.
Your motherfucking abs up.
I've always, I've been talking about working out with you for years, and it scares me, man. I'll be honest. It scares the shit out of me. You will not let me get by with easy. And
it's scary.
That's probably why I should do it. But anyway,
he need to have his ass in the gym, up in that motherfucker, drinking the motherfucking mocha lot of creamy caramel, apple juice. Boy, he gave me one of them one day. That thing was heat. It was heat. I say, bro, I don't want no more of these. No more of these. Don't bring me no more of these.
Man, they're my weakness.
Listen, these motherfuckers will kill you quick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
That's all the extra shot.
Double shot. Yeah. Oh,
delicious.
That's my weakness, though.
Mine, too.
My weakness.
I got a headache right now because I had to go cold turkey on drinking the motherfuckers.
It's like, I used to always say, if I drink a coffee, I want a damn coffee. I don't want to drink an ice cream. But then you drink it, and you're like, oh, my God, I just jizzed. No. Yeah. But we've got DJ in the house, and CJ. And Amin.
Okay.
My friends.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for being here for the first edition, first episode of the Struggle City podcast. We'll see what it does, and
regardless of what
keep going,
man, keep going with it. Regardless, you know what I'm saying? Anytime y'all need me over, man, whatever. I'm right around the corner. Listen.
There's so much we didn't cover. We gotta have you back.
Whatever.
All right,
DJ, you can have me on too. I'll come talk some sports with you. You already know me and this dude be sports gambling together already.
Oh yeah, we didn't cover that either.
Oh yeah, me and this man, shit, man.
That's what I'm talking. And then the time I got dosed with LSD, we didn't even get into that whole shit. So that's going to be a whole nother one. Yeah.
Yeah, because this motherfucker is on that.
All right. Amin,
yes,
DJ, CJ, Mike, we're out. Struggle City.